All right, it's me, Susie, and I wanted to just take a minute today and talk to you a little bit about money. Money is kind of a funny thing. To some people, money can be kind of a bad word, if you will. One of the questions that people ask me over and over again as we've made this decision to pack up our home and live in a trailer and travel around the United States for a year, the question I get asked most frequently is, man, how can you afford to do that? And then as soon as they say it, you see them kind of almost always like puke a little bit and be like, oh, I can't believe I just asked that, or something like that. Their own response to their question has been kind of humorous for most people. But I will address that question actually in a different video, the video of our 5 most frequently asked questions. So you can look for that answer there. But for right now, I want to talk a little bit about money and how we all have a relationship with money. Just like we have a relationship with our family members, we have a relationship with friends, we have a relationship with our pets, or whatever those things are, we also have relationships with things like money and time and all of the other elements that go into our world. And as you improve and increase your relationships with people, with money, with time, all of those things, a lot of your own personal world also increases. I remember years ago, I actually had a really, really poor relationship with money. I remember when we were first married thinking that newlyweds are supposed to be poor and in love, right? And because I had that belief, I absolutely lived that. I have a great relationship with my husband, and we definitely had that in love thing down. And we also had that poor thing down pat, because that's what I believed and that's what I thought it was supposed to be. So I have improved that relationship and changed that story. I also had a lot of funny stories about money that I adopted and were taught to me, none of them intentionally taught. It was just kind of like my perception of the event, my perception of what was going on. And I was taught at a young age by my dad, who is very well intended, and I don't even know for sure what the intent of the statement was from him, but my perception and the way I took that statement, what dad is how I perceive money, right? And so the statement was, you can only spend money once. And to me, that meant that I better not spend money. I need to hold on to it and keep it because I can only spend it once. And so I became really stingy with my money. I wasn't generous in any way, almost a little bit greedy. But also, I didn't allow money to flow out, so money didn't really flow back in either. And so that was one of the beliefs that I had in my head that kept me in that state of being young and in love and poor. So what I'm going to challenge to you is to take a minute and think about your own beliefs about money. Like, where do you stand? What funny little expressions did you adapt as a child? Money is the root of all evil. Money is wicked. Money is bad. A lot of times we're taught that, especially in a religious setting, right? We hear expressions, we hear statements, we hear things like that all the time. So which ones of those have you heard and taken on and adopted into your life? And look at those views, those expressions, opinions, whatever. Look at those beliefs that you have about money and see where they're taking you. Are they taking you where you want to be? Are they leading you on a good path, or are they stopping you? Are they keeping you kind of stuck where you're at? So something to think about. A really cool way to find that out, if you don't already know, as you sit and think about what are my beliefs, where do I stand, a really great way to figure it out is to take a minute and to journal about it. And just journal. You can start with a sentence stem and just put on there, I believe money is, and then just write it out, and all the things you believe about money. And as you do that, you'll probably have some weird thoughts or ideas pop into your head, and they might seem totally off topic or have nothing to do with anything, but write those ones down anyway. And get those on there. I'm going to pause for just a minute. I want you to check out behind me. The sunset just happened. I'm actually on no, it's not an island, a piece of dirt called Tubbs Hill, and it's in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and it's this beautiful mountain area, and I'm completely surrounded by lake, and this is a massive, massive lake, and we're taking a hike around this hill, and I'm able to do that with my kids and experience life in a very, very different way, because I chose to take the time and improve myself and work on my relationship with money so that I could create some new beliefs and some different ideas about money and the way it functions and how it is in our world. And the very first step, the very first thing you need to do is figure out where you're at. What are your current beliefs about money? Where do you stand? What are the stories and the ideas about money in your head? Where are you at currently? So first step number 1, figure out your beliefs about money and where you're at. Do that by journaling and figuring it out. So as you're journaling, you're going to have crazy fun ideas come into your head, and that's perfectly fine. If they seem totally off target, write them down, because that's perfect. And I don't know, gain some insights and some ahas. And as you do that, that is one step towards increasing your relationship with money. So enjoy the journaling experience and feel free to write about it. You can tag this video and you can share your experiences with money, or you're welcome. myactionadventures.online is our website, and you can check us out there and let us know your experiences and what you're doing. Awesome. I hope that you have a super fantastic day.